everyone, and welcome back to the cinema. Today we are talking about episode 12 of The Flash, the one that has the peekaboo villain. Yeah, and I'm done being slack, guys. I am going to crank out The Flash every freaking day. So full spoilers for episode 12, season 1 of The Flash. Let's get into it. Like all episodes of The Flash, we start with a particle accelerator explosion. Add that to the counter. How many particle accelerators do you think we're going to watch in all of season 1? Leave a number down below. I want your guesses before we get there. Now, I'm not sure which video I said it in, whether it was the last one or the one before in the Flash videos, that there are filler episodes, and the problem with the show is that it has these shows to pad out the length of 23 to 26 episodes. Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This really goes nowhere. We get a little bit of character development and some characters bonding with one another, which is good, and it's fine to watch once, but there's nothing left to go back to. When you rewatch the season, you could almost just skip this episode. So let's talk about our villain for this episode, Peekaboo. That's the villain name. I'm sure it's actually from the comic books. If it's there, bring it up. Why, man? I feel like they're struggling to just come up with more villains. I mean, they're in like season 7 now, to have new villains every single episode and then somehow write them in a way that the Flash can't beat them so easily because he's got super speed. It's a pretty monumental task. So Peekaboo is this lady that can teleport by just looking somewhere. If she can see where she's going to teleport to, she can teleport with her boyfriend that is basically... he looks like Butch from The Boys. That's a show I might cover after this. God damn, that's good. So the Flash trying to take down Peekaboo. That sounds ridiculous when I say it out loud. It's the main premise of the episode. But the more interesting one is everything between Cisco and Hartley. Hartley went on about how he knows about Ronnie and what really happened to him and a lot of stuff about Stein. Convinces Cisco to let him out of the cell, which you just think is a bad idea, but Cisco had a plan. Hartley shows him the burn shadow in the wall about what really happened. Hartley tries to get the jump on Cisco, but Cisco, he's throwing motherfuckers over like it's Suplex City. Cisco then has a device that hurts Hartley's ears because his hearing is all screwed up. I don't know how to describe it. Although later in the episode, Hartley gets away anyway after revealing that Ronnie and Stein have binded together to create one person, which I think is why I remember Hartley showing up in a later episode and not this one that was so early. He's a villain that shows up twice. Recurring villains are always fun in comic books. You only have to look at the Joker to see that, yes, a recurring villain that comes back again and again can be a lot of fun. Each time that the hero and villain battle, it escalates and their history just grows. So Hartley will be coming back at some point, not sure which episode, we'll wait and see. Otherwise, the other part of this episode is Barry and Caitlin hanging out, because Caitlin's like, I've got to get over my dead boyfriend, and Barry's accepted that Iris has moved on with Thorn and he's got to do his own thing. So they go out clubbing, or well, Barry's like out ready to go to this pub, but Caitlin shows up in this fucking dress, man, and it's like, damn! But then she gets blind drunk immediately, man. As soon as she starts singing karaoke, she kinda kills it. While Caitlin is singing, Barry meets Linda at a bar, and Linda is this new character that's just introduced, just knew a love interest, then gives Barry her number, and from there we will see that develop over following episodes. So we got that as well. We also have Barry trying to get Caitlin home, and Caitlin's asking or thinking it's okay to sneak a peek at her naked when she's drunk, and it's... The CW has a weird way of storytelling. Cisco also opens up to how he locked Ronnie inside the accelerator when it went off, and that's why he's been trying to find out all this stuff about Ronnie instead of it just being for Caitlin himself. He feels guilty. Flash also gets more time with his dad in this episode, which is alright. Like some not behind a glass pane for the first time. And then towards the very end of the episode, his dad knows that he's the Flash. He has a conversation like, well, if my son were the Flash, I would tell him this and that, and I'm proud of him, and it, you know, it hits you in the feels if you're a sappy motherfucker like me. And that's mostly the episode, except for the post-credits scene. We have two guys with flashlights looking around in the sewers before Gorilla Grodd jumps out, and he lays down the law. My guy is wrecking these dudes, and I can't wait, man. Gorilla Grodd. I remember watching it, and that was one of the bigger episodes in the season. I'm gonna guess it's episode 19 or 20. Something like that. It's closer towards the end, right before the climax and the real villain comes out. But that is episode 12. It's alright. I mean, you can skip it, but I would recommend you watch it once. What did you think of episode 12 of The Flash? Or what did you just think of the whole show? Because you've probably seen the whole thing and you're just enjoying me recapping and going over this stuff over the following weeks. Or you're just binging the whole playlist right now, years ahead in the future, and you're enjoying it. What did you think of it? If this is something you like and you want to see me in your subscription box talking about shows on a weekly or daily basis, depending on how well I'm going with these uploads, consider subscribing. Also consider dropping a like. It helps me out a lot. It helps these videos get pushed towards more people like you that want to see this stuff. If you've made it all the way through to the end of the video, you're a bloody legend, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.